fractured toe, you don't have to wait for a few weeks to start beginning to rehab your adductor muscle. I think you're thinking about that abductor muscle, but regardless, I'm gonna walk you through a simple warm-up routine that's gonna help not only rehab pain from your toes to the, from your fingers to down to your toes, but with just a tree and a few fun soccer tools, I could show you how you can completely change your game and your life, focusing on a prehab warm-up routine that's taken me maybe 27 years to learn. But this, you can learn this. You can learn this in a few minutes, and spending starting with 60 seconds, and then doing, 60 turns into 120 seconds, turns into 5 minutes, turns into 10 minutes, right? So starting very small, right? Maybe don't do this whole thing, but can you do 60 seconds of it, which will help. 60 seconds, 16 days straight is really going to start to spiral you up. So, and one more thing to keep in mind, Kazuyoshi Miori, also nicknamed King Kazu, he's maybe 50 something years old. He's the oldest living professional player. So what this means is that you may be however old on paper, but some people treat their body poorly, so their actual age is much higher, and some people treat their body well, so their real age on paper is actually much younger. But however old you are, however young you are, you're just right here right now. So you signed this post as sincerely old man, but if you're just right here right now, it doesn't matter how old you are, how young you are. Once you step onto the pitch, you're just on the pitch. You're just playing. So maybe get rid of this idea that you're old, and then, right, because you have, I think you said you're 40, so that means you got 60 years that you can play at least. So let's be here right now. Get yourself breathing, get yourself moving, and let's see if some of these things can help relieve some of the pain that you're in. The idea is to pump blood and get your breathing going so that you begin to strengthen your muscles, tendons, and ligaments that are surrounding the injured area, while at the same time keeping pain to a 1 or 2 or 3 of this adductor muscle that adductor. I think we're gonna hit that muscle while we're doing this, but let's see. Okay, let's do it. So one thing to keep in mind, right, as long as pain is less than a 4, right, less than a 4 or 5, and if pain is right now at a 9, a 10, or 11, or excruciating, you should probably seek professional help. But if pain is 2 or 3, nagging injury, or not super severe, then these things may help. So unless this is gonna hurt, right? So each thing we're gonna do, try to keep pain below a 2 or 3. If it goes up to a 4 or 5, you want to take a step, dial it down, right? Pain should never go into 4 or 5. So let's see if some of this stuff helps. right? So let's say this adductor pain is on the right side. It's on the right side of your leg, or maybe on the right side of your body. Could be, anywhere from on your right fingers to arm going up. So or right leg. So what you can do is put all that pressure. You could put 99% of the pressure on your left leg, and start to diagnose yourself, to start to feel, okay, can I be in somewhere where I have no pain, or you're 1%, if you have put 1% pressure on this right leg and you put 99 on this left leg, then can we move around where we're not getting into pain above a 3 or a 4, but we're still moving the rest of our body and breathing. So let's say I have a right adductor pain on the right side and right adductor pain on my right leg, but now I'm just here. Most of my pressure is on the left leg. Breathing. This shaking of the fingers, this is from Sri Dharma Mitra out of New York City, the Dharma Yoga Center. And now we'll introduce the RMT rope, right? Just a piece of rope as long as you are tall that you can make at your local hardware store for less than $10. Right? So now let's say it's in your left, pain's in your left leg or your left arm. Now we're gonna put most of our body weight on the right leg. So I got 99 on the right leg, I got 1% on the left leg, and I'm breathing. When you take a deep breath, it takes pressure off your spine, so you want to start to breathe. Smell the flowers. Blow out the candles. Go high. Go low. And the swinging of the rope is going to help you understand where your body is in time and space. You're going to start to feel where tension is. And then if you get into one-legged balance, if the pain's on that left leg, now we're challenging that right. We're challenging the right side, the right leg, and this is going to help you get into playing faster than if you were to just do nothing but eat ice cream and watch TV on the couch. So that's why this RMT rope is so powerful, is because it's like hope. It shows you that you're not powerless and helpless with your injury, because most people, they get injured, they can't play, which makes them depressed, and then they don't know how to start to rehab themselves to get back into playing. They have no route, right? There's no pathway forward. So a rope, an RMT rope, allows you to start moving, start breathing, which allows you to start to take action, right? So it's the first step into really starting to attack your life, moving forward. It allows you to get back on the path to feeling better, breathing and moving forward. And your body's connected from fingers to toes. So a lot of soccer players, they undervalue the fingers, hands, arms' ability to influence their game. So that's why this right here, it doesn't look like soccer training, but I promise you it is. And we're avoiding pain, right? Pain shouldn't be above a 2 or 3. If it is, take a step back. So now let's say that this hurts you. So now we could, even though it shouldn't, because we're avoiding that pain while still moving the other place, but let's shift to something else. Right, so now we have kick trainer, and you could say, right again, let's say pain's now in our right leg, and we have, right, so we have 99% on left, 1% on the right, and let's say we have pain in our left shoulder. So now what we can do is pain in the right leg, pain in the left shoulder. So now we have only options for right hand, right arm. So now what we can do is just swing this ball. Right, this is an SKLZ solo kick trainer. 26 bucks on Amazon. Swing, breathe, move. And then if this doesn't hurt, right, if it doesn't hurt, you could start to get little touches. Right, pain shouldn't be above a 2 or a 3. If pain starts getting to 4 or 5, take a step back. Shin touches, knees, quads. And if that's too painful, then you can just swing, move, breathe. Bend the spine, twist the spine, breathing, taking pressure off the spine. Go high, go low, breathing. Okay, let's say this hurts for whatever reason. Even to the best of our ability, there's pain. Pain's overwhelming. We've hit 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, no more SKLZ kick trainer. Now let's see if we get into let's do some more body weight stuff, because let's assume that you have no soccer tools. You just have a tree, and let's see what else we could do. Let's go here. Right, so in every movement, in every exercise, we're focusing on releasing, but you want to be breathing, even if you're doing something extremely strenuous, right? Breathing through the exercises. Unless you're doing some type of breath hold, you always want to be relaxed and breathe. You always want to be relaxed, even when you're doing breath holds. But for this exercise, this is from the book Happy Body. We're gonna raise up a little bit as best we can while breathing, and then we're gonna try and roll that palms up, and then come down. And then if you can bring the legs up too, raise the legs up a little bit. And then you can hold at the top if you like. Right, pain shouldn't be above a 2 or a 3.
Nice. That's good. Okay, so I'll keep you posted, but so I can hear your voice next time.
And then we could roll over to the back. Again, this is from the Happy Body, Jersey Gregorick. You can lift the knees up here, or you can lift the legs all the way up here. And then we're just breathing while reaching to the left and to the right of the feet. And then you can play around with feet positions, point the toe. And then from here, as long as we're staying out of pain, this is Dimitry, Klokov, his 2014 warm-up. If you could kind of kick the legs back and see if you can get here. Can you see that? Right, so we're here. Breathing. And pain, right? No pain pain shouldn't go above a 2 or a 3. So again, all these things are low impact ways to pump blood throughout the body. Explore and see where the tension is. You want pain to be a 1 or a 2, but this is going to strengthen and rehab the rest of our body in low impact ways while we're breathing and just moving. Okay, what else? From there, okay, so from there we could get into the wrist, right? Adductor. I still don't think that's a real. The adductor is a real muscle, but let's keep going. So some wrist, right? So maybe your adductor is in your left arm. So maybe with the wrist you could start to open it up here, right? So going through different ranges of motion in the wrist. Pain should never be above a 2 or a 3. You could put that middle digit right here inside your knee, and then just hit a different angle and a different range of motion, breathing. And then you're here. I gotta do research to find out where this adductor is. I think you mean abductor, but maybe you do have an adductor. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Right here, I think we'll hit the adductor through one of these movements. Right, so that's the game. Keep pain below a 1, a 2, or a 3, while also pumping in blood to the rest of the body in a low impact way. So you don't want to aggravate it, because you don't want to aggravate it beyond what's optimal. But if you don't shop around, if you don't start to feel where it is, then you don't send the signal to the brain that says something, right? We're strained. We need to rehab it. So there are other things that can work too to help restore the body, right? Pain techniques. How do we manage pain? A cold shower or cold plunging, I think, is a way that can help heal the injury. Just getting proper sleep, rest, so essential. And then how do you get good rest? You get good rest by not eating too late at night, not drinking coffee past noon, keeping the heart rate low before bed. You want to take a hot bath or a hot shower. If you're taking a hot bath, you could do some Epsom salts. And then, right, it's 3 hours you don't want to eat before bed, 2 hours you don't want to drink before bed, and then try to put the phone away 1 hour before bed. 3, 2, 1. Food, water, phone. 3, 2, 1. Right, and then we could call it right. We could call it right there, because this is something you could do anywhere in the world. We've got 2 tools that cost less than a total of $36. We have a tree, but you don't need a tree. And then we had a whole bunch of bodyweight exercises. So we've referenced the Happy Body, Jerzy Gregoric. We've referenced Dimitry Klokov, his 2014 warm-up. We've done some Kadour Ziani, some of his 7 postures. We did some of Ido Portal, his squat clinic. We are using an SKLZ solo kick trainer and an RMT rope. That's from David Weck. And then we have a tree. So This you could use this as a warm-up. You could use it as a cool down. This could be something that you could do before you go to rehab. Before you go to rehab. And then what you'll notice is if you go to one rehab facility and you say, I have this injury or I have this problem, it would be interesting to see how they format their rehab routine. And then maybe you go to a different place and you say, I have this adductor injury, and then you could see how now they have their own rehab routine. So now you could bounce back. You say, okay, well, I really like how I felt after this one, or when I left this facility, my pain was significantly lower, and they knew exactly how to do it. Or they said, well, let's try this, and this, and so now it made me feel good that they had a plan. But you went to a different one, and they had you using some machines, and they weren't really that aware of, they weren't listening to what you were saying, or it wasn't a good, you didn't feel any less, you didn't feel better after you left. So then maybe you go to a third one, right? So it's like each place you go to, you start to have a better idea of what a nice rehab routine looks like for your specific problem. Same thing you could do for for kids. This is something that you could do for kids or players. You go to one soccer skills coach and they say, okay, we're gonna do this, and then you do it and you say, okay, I like that. And you go to someone else and you say, okay, we're gonna do this and this, and then you go do it. It's like, oh, well, I like how this coach did this, but I like how this coach did that. So now you can combine them and then run that back yourself whenever you want. So each time you learn from a different trainer or teacher or camp or instructor, you can begin to create your own plan. So that's why it's helpful for training with different players who are above you, better than you, right? You're always looking to learn and improve perpetually, and just having fun, staying relaxed. So hopefully some of these ideas help. Reach out with any questions.